very disturbed by recent developments in the South China Sea, particularly around Second Thomas Shoal. The Chinese are getting increasingly aggressive and belligerent toward a U.S. treaty ally. What would be your prescription for resolving the dispute there? Have you considered the possibility of sort of joint U.S. resupply missions with the Philippines to Second Thomas Shoal? What do we need to do?
I certainly think we should be ready to do that. I hope we're ready to do that. Beijing has made a mockery of international law and traditional laws of the sea. Even though they're a signatory to some of these treaties, they have ignored court rulings that found that Beijing's in the wrong around Second Thomas Shoal. What costs have been imposed on Beijing for that? I think there need to be military costs. It might mean that we are working together with the Philippines to put far more capability in place on the Philippines to threaten the Chinese Navy in any contingency, not just one against the Philippines, but against the Philippines' neighbors like Taiwan. It might mean a lot more in the way of economic measures, but right now Beijing sees that it can do this with impunity. And why is Beijing targeting this little islet to begin with? It's mainly about trying to discredit the United States. It's a dress rehearsal for Taiwan. They're doing it on a little tiny model of Taiwan, which is this little islet called Second Thomas Shoal that doesn't make most of the world's advanced semiconductors, that is not by itself a major geostrategically important spot. But what they're doing is trying to demonstrate that they can blockade, create a sense of futility, and discredit the idea that the United States is going to help not only the Philippines, but by extension Taiwan. After all, the Philippines is a mutual defense treaty ally of the United States. We don't have a formal alliance with Taiwan. So if Beijing can basically demonstrate that we're feckless over this little rock in the West Philippine Sea, it sends a pretty dire message about Taiwan's situation.